The open plains of the asphalt jungle, home to many creatures great and small, and the popping ground for one of the most clever and illustrious creatures, the plastic bag. Today we explore the cycle of life for this curious creature, the plastic bag, on its migration to its home, the Pacific Ocean. Once released into the wild, the plastic bag is unsure of itself. It falters at first, but soon, with some help from the wind, the bag will be airborne. This flight will be the first in its long journey towards its final destination, the garbage patch in the heart of the Pacific Ocean. Using the wind to guide it, the plastic bag moves across the city through the air. A city park. This park may at first seem an idyllic place for the plastic bag, but danger lurks round every corner. Here it will encounter many enemies, including one of the most dangerous, park services. Poor little fellow. Looks like his journey ends here. Meanwhile, our little bag has encountered one of nature's most deadly killers, the teacup Yorkie. Once the Yorkie has locked onto its victim, there's very little hope of survival. But using its superior size and deft maneuvering, our bag manages to escape the Yorkie's talons and flee for its life. Over the course of its miraculous migration, the plastic bag will cover vast distances through neighborhoods, across parks, and down city streets. It is now nightfall, and our highly advanced night vision cameras have managed to capture for the first time in history a plastic bag in pitch black. Phenomenal. The vast cement rivers of California, home to literally dozens of animals. Many plastic bags will not make it out of here. The reeds and branches will see to that. As at home in water as it is on land or in the air, the bag's natural buoyancy makes it an excellent swimmer. It's close now, and it can feel it. At last, the bag has reached the gateway to the open sea. Careful to avoid the mouths of hungry sea life that feed on the helpless plastic, the bag will travel hundreds of miles to join the thriving community of plastic known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The garbage patch is a veritable plastic oasis where millions of tons of plastic garbage remain trapped by the currents. It is said to be twice the size of Texas. Never actually biodegrading, here the plastic bag can live indefinitely, peacefully coexisting with billions of other petroleum species before breaking into ever tinier plastic pieces, thus completing the plastic cycle of life.
Please, copy of the prep, please.
Okay, would you like paper or plastic?
Should've bought your own bag, yeah, but you forgot it though. You were busy dreaming of ice cream and all that cookie dough. Your life is wrapped in plastic, convenience is your motto, but plastic addiction's worse than they want you to know. BP's oil spill, almost like we did it. We use 1 million grocery bags every single minute. Recycling them's a joke, yo, that baggie don't go anywhere. It turns to little pieces and it spreads over everywhere. Into your food supply, into your blood supply. Not to mention birds and fish and cuties, you don't wanna die. Look at baby Sammy, dioxins in its Milky Way, cause even her breast milk, it's got PCB and BPA. Okay, now you get it, how you gonna stop it though? Banning single-use plastic bags, it's the way to go. Join other states and cities, kick the nasty habit. Tell your representatives to ban single-use bags made from
plastic. Fossil product, all your cracks made of. There's one thing we can do. Brown bags made of plastic. Skip the bag, the cup, and spark too. Convenience will kill you. Brown single-use plastic, toxic bag. Sustainably, we go forth and save our cities. Bringing your own bags and forks and bottles should be easy, but corporations selling toxins on the government. Stand together for yourself because the planet's saying yeah, yeah. That single-use bags made of plastic. Fossil product, all your crap's made of. There's one thing we can do. Bags made of plastic. Bring your own, don't you forget to, and let your reps know too. Single-use plastic, toxic bags.
Being responsible for your environment starts with just doing one thing. Making this video was my dot. What's yours?
There you go, thanks. Hey. All right. How are you?
Good, thanks. Oh, I forgot my bag for the groceries, so I'll take a paper bag.
You forgot your bag?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have it?
No, I don't have my bag with me.
We don't have any bags.
You don't have any paper bags?
Are you okay? I think this happened before.
We have a man who, I guess he forgot his bag. If you can, we can have someone come down. I usually.
Hi.
Hi.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I forgot my grocery bag.
Well, I'll tell her. He forgot his bag.
I just forgot it. You don't have a paper bag?
No.
We don't.
I was over at my buddy's house, and I didn't have a chance to go to my house to get the bag
Oh,
first.
it doesn't matter what you're doing. When I wake up in the morning, my eyes don't forget to open, my heart doesn't forget to beat.
Yeah, I don't get in my car and forget the car and drive down the street, like running down the street going like this, and then park it, and then put it in park, and then lock the door.
Yeah, these don't make sense.
Didn't you date a girl with a bag once?
I can't call her.
Really?
Hey, you know what? Maybe I can put some of this back.
Hold on one sec. Men without bags here on register
This
2.
is
If you
terrible. I have a bag. I just forgot my bag. Okay, and I'm sure I'm not the first person in the history of this store to forget a bag.
We have a me no bring bags up here on aisle 2.
Me no bring bags. You know, here, I'm just gonna carry it.
You're really good at bringing that up.
I don't have time for this, and I find this irresponsible.
I just can't get over this.
Okay. I forgot it.
We're learning from it too.
Yeah,
You know
it's a
what?
lesson for us
These
all.
are 3 for 1.
Nope, just the one.
Hey. If only he brought a bag.
It's Earth Day, and that means no more plastic bags at the registers. So I talked to some shoppers to find out how they felt about it.
You know, the bag problem is huge. There's 70 million bags in the ocean and everywhere. It's time to get rid of them. It's a good thing.
And the people really seem to be on board.
I mean, I know that a lot of the landfills are filled with items that are not recyclable, and it's not good for the environment, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, actually in New Zealand they've already started introducing biodegradable bags and getting rid of plastic bags altogether. So yeah, it's awesome that they're doing it here. It's fantastic.
I just saw in the news last week where out of the ocean they've seen plastic floating around all over the place, and we need to stop that. This is the only planet we have right now, so we need to preserve and protect it.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening. I'm the Santa Monica Plastic Bag Monster. It's nice to meet everybody tonight. How are you all doing? Anyways, I'm actually opposed to this proposition because if it passes, I will cease to exist. I have a bag family, bag brothers, bag sisters. I mean, I'm only 1,000 years old, and one of the reasons for my discontent is that I simply can't decompose. I'm very angry. This is a source of much of my angst. Also, I'd like to argue, I mean, 100,000 sea animals a year, what is that? That's negligible at best. I mean, I only kill 100,000. You can have all the rest. I mean, I end up in their stomachs, I fall into the ocean. It's really not that big of a deal. Another thing, a billion seabirds, there's got to be at least 2 billion in the world. I mean, you don't need that many seabirds. I mean, also, your landfills are filled with 32% of me. That leaves what, like 68% left. That's a lot. You got 68%. What else? I myself am made up of 600 plastic bags, which is the amount an average person uses in a year. So anyways, my closing statement would be, don't ban me. I want to live. I'm everywhere also. I'm on your streets, I'm in the wind, I'm in your oceans, and I'd like to stay there. Thank you very much.
Don't go away. Don't go away. We can't lose you with only 600 bags. Mayor Pro Tem Bloom would like to ask you a question.
Well, I'm just kind of wondering, it must be kind of tough for a fellow like you to get a date.
You want to talk? It's very difficult. With yeah, I'm very obsolescent, believe it or not. Yeah.
Okay, well.
The reusable bags get over hot dates.
I'll bet that's true.
Well said.
Thank you. Beautifully done.
With the help of BART, the City of Oakland is encouraging residents to take their current BYOB efforts one step further. The message? Take BART to shop, wherever you shop, and bring your own bag when you do.
Bring your bag.
Oakland's Vice Mayor took the lead.
It's a way that we can keep not only our natural resources for the future of our children, but it is good policy, and all of it is connected. You know, we want people out of the cars, we want people to use public transportation, and we want people to use this bag so we don't really continue destroying Mother Earth.
I just feel that this is one of the very significant and most significant projects that BART, the city, has. And if we can work with this together, we can just be eco-friendly and create a safer environment. And we must do that for our future generations.
BART is in the process right now.
The vice president of the BART board drove the point home.
BART serves 8 different areas in Oakland. We have 8 stops like we do in San Francisco, and there's opportunities to go shopping around those BART stations. So however you get there, hopefully by BART, that you'll bring your own bags when you're going shopping.
Commuters we spoke with were happy to oblige.
Well, recycling is good because it helps out the environment and stuff, and
When you can recycle a bag and reuse it, I'm all for it.
I don't like the idea of plastic bags sitting in landfills for a really long time, and I often see them stuck in the tops of trees. You know, the wind blows them, and they're just really ugly, and I guess they never break down.
We must up this whole world, so the least I can do is recycle. So.
Always neat, always clean. So take those with you whenever you go shopping.
Help save the environment by taking little incremental steps. Bring your own bag to work, to play, to shop, and make an individual difference every day.
Jangan lupa. Adang tah memakai beg plastik ani, gunakan tah beg yang boleh diguna semula. Marilah kita gunakan beg guna semula sewaktu membeli belah. Kita sama-sama menjayakan hujung minggu tanpa beg plastik bermula 26 Mac 2011.
You think you're smart? You think you've got it all figured out, don't you? Well, think again. The sky will fall on each and every one of you. The ground will shake and burn us all because we've sinned. Sinned in laziness! Damn you all for not getting up! Rise up and stand for this world. This is our world. We need to do more. We need to do it differently. Now who's with me?
Before.
I'm just saying we should be going with paper bags.
No way! Plastic's good for multiple uses.
It's not even good for one use.
My point is, they're easy to reuse. I thought you wanted to be more environmentally conscious. Whoa! Green Ninja? The climate action superhero. He can confirm the plastic bag's the greener bag.
Paper's recyclable. That's clearly better. This bag is made of trees?
And this bag is hurting the fishies.
What do we do? Reusable bags? What's so good about... Oh, this bag saves trees and fish.
It is made of only good things.
And with a little rewashing, you can use them forever, and ever, and ever!
Thanks, Green Ninja!
Hey, don't forget me! I want to come too! Come on! Don't forget me! Please! Come on! I want to come! I love going shopping! Oh, come on! What about me?
Shops have until May 4 to phase out lightweight checkout style plastic bags, so you'll need to bring your own. Remember, BYO bags. They're a shopper's best friend.
おー、なかなかしっかりしてて。お、たくさん入りそう。何が入るかね。とりあえずさ、パソコン、それとハンディカム、iPod、あと DS。お、余裕で入る。もうこれだけ入りゃ十分だよ。あ、でもまだ入るね。全然余裕だよ。内ポケットもついてて便利ですね。いやー、いいね。気に入った。頑張ってパン食べた甲斐ありました。リサとガスパール。最高。
Gratulujeme. Vyhráváš tuto nádhernou, skvělou, kapesní, oboustrannou tašku Twix. Z levé strany?
Z pravé strany. Z pravé strany.
Z levé strany rozhodně.
A z pravé strany.
A z levé strany.
A z pravé strany.
Z levé strany je. Wait a moment.
Oh gosh, I finally found it. Oh.
also environmentally friendly.
Do you know that every Wednesday you bring your own bag days?
The participating outlets are Canteen Supermarket, Can Food Inc., SSC, Green Grocer, 7-Eleven, 8 Flags, NI Bookshop, and Yonat Bookstore.
All the donations go to SEC, which is the Singapore Environmental Council. It supports all environmental activities.
We've come to the house of Elvis. He moved to Kansas City, Missouri, and we got an exclusive interview with him. He's gone environmental.
Yeah, Elvis has
Just
gotten
in
totally green.
I use less energy, buy less stuff. Use less water, yes, it's tough. I walk or bike instead of taking the car. I reduce, I reuse, I recycle with all my heart.
Christmas is a very special time in my heart. Ever since I was a little boy, I've loved Christmas. I'm kind of a second cousin to Santa. There's all kinds of ways to have a green Christmas, and the key thing to remember is how can you reduce waste? For instance, if you're having a party and you're thinking of using all the disposable flatware and all that kind of stuff, styrofoam plates and that kind of thing, that creates an enormous amount of trash. Well, just use the old-fashioned stuff. Use your plates, use your cloth napkins, silverware. I mean, who's afraid of washing the dishes? It gives people time to stand around the kitchen and bond a little bit as well. If you're wrapping a package, you don't have to use wrapping paper. What you can use is you can use newspaper, you can use posters off the wall. Oh, what's that? It's a poster. It's a U2 poster from 1985. Wow. With presents, one thing you can always do is kind of give the gift of service or an event or something like that. So instead of getting someone a bunch of stuff, what you could do is say, oh, you know, Aunt Mabel loves to go to the symphony. I will get her tickets to go to the symphony.
So won't you please recycle your cans, plastic, glass, paper too. Buy, recycle, and help to close the loop.
Elvis, there's something outside. Dude, there's something outside.
What the heck is that, man? Looks like a big old pile of trash. Looks like some kind of crazy mutant creature.
Is it Bigfoot?
It looks far more sinister than Bigfoot.
Running. It's a bunch of bags.
Oh my gosh. Are those plastic bags?
Oh, no.
Petroleum-based, unsustainable bag use.
Elvis, try this.
It kind of works like a mystical charm. It's like a crucifix or holy water or something like that. If only we had one to drive through his heartless heart. This is a Chico bag, ladies and gentlemen. This is the bag of the future. We've all had that age-old question of paper versus plastic. Well, my answer to that is neither. It's all about the bag that can be reused infinitely, such as the Chico bag, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is handier than handy. Thank you very much. All right, bag monster, you get out of my yard, man. Get out of my yard, man. Sustainability is the future. Fossil fuels are history, man. Don't have to get the Mexican mafia after you, baby. Come on, get out of here, man. I think we got him scared away, man. I think he's running away for good. I reduce, I reuse, I recycle with all my heart. Thank you very much, man. That's a wrap.
Reuse TV. Today we would like to show you how to make a bag out of an old jeans. You will need an old jeans which is no longer needed. It can also be damaged, nails and craft scissors, a needle and some thread. And this is how it works. At first, you cut off the trouser legs at the crotch. In order to make it easier to sew, you should divide the trouser legs in the middle. Please don't throw them away. We need them later to create the bag handle. Now you take needle and thread and start to sew up the lower part. In order to hide the seam, turn the jeans inside out. Once the lower part is completely closed, you cut off the rear belt loop at the bottom side using the nail scissors. Afterwards, you sew it on the top side of the bag, creating a loop. It can be attached at the fly button, closing the bag. For the bag handle, you cut 3 about a thumb's breadth stripes out of the trouser legs, making a bag handle. First, you sew the top together. After braiding them, sew the end together. At the end, you have to sew the handle on the inner side of the bag. Done. That easy, you can make a bag out of old jeans. It doesn't just look good, but is also very useful.
So today's tutorial is on how to make a Charlie bag. This is how it looks when it's all wrapped up in a super cute little pouch, and when you pop it open, it becomes one of these. It's really easy and a great beginner project. Let me show you how I did it. Now that we have our fabric pieces cut out, what we need to do is go around all the edges and finish them. And what I mean by that is that we don't want the raw edge exposed so that it can fray. You want to go ahead and either take your serger or your regular sewing machine. I'll show you the way to do both. With a serger, you would just go nice and close to the edge and just stitch around, making sure not to cut too much away from it. Now when you get to the curved parts here of the handles of the bag, you will want to cut away. So if you're on your serger, just take 5/8 of an inch off on the outer curves and also on the inner curves. If you don't have a serger, you can always just use it with your regular sewing machine. For the edges, all the straight edges of your pieces, you just want to use a zigzag stitch, nice and close to the edge, so that it won't fray on you. And then when you get to the curved parts of the bag handles, what you're going to do, I'll show you what I did here, is just measure 5/8 of an inch from the edge and just trim away that excess part. Once you have that off, just go ahead back with your sewing machine, basic zigzag stitch, and stitch all the way around. And continue that on all your fabric pieces. Now we're ready to stitch together the handles for our Charlie bag, and let me show you how I like to do mine. Take one of your bag pieces, and I take the top handle pieces with the pretty sides touching each other and lay them together like this. Then from this edge with a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, I'll go ahead and do just a basic straight stitch, real simple. Then you end up with something that looks a little like this. I open up the seam allowance now, and I like to press this flat and open. Then I'll take another straight stitch and stitch this down so it lays nice and flat. What that's going to do is going to allow a nice flat surface so that it's not uncomfortable for you whether you're wearing it on your shoulder or carrying it in your hand. Now to assemble our pouch, we're going to follow the markings on our pattern piece and fold in the 2 designated areas. You want to lay your pattern piece with the pretty side of the fabric facing you, then fold and press in one, that's the short side, then the long side is going to overlap that and press there again. Now what you want to do is turn it this way so you have these 2 short sides exposed, and you're going to stitch here and here. Now we're ready to put together our Charlie bag. So we take one body piece and put it with the pretty side of the fabric facing up. The next piece goes with the pretty side of the fabric facing down. You want to match up all 3 straight sides of our bag. Take your pouch and locate the opening. You want the opening to be facing the center of the bag. So I'll flip it this way and put it where your pattern tells you to put it. Then you want to take pins, pin all the way around the 3 straight sides, use a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, and stitch it up. Now you turn your bag inside out, and there you go. Your very own reusable and environmentally friendly Charlie bag.
Hi, I'm Emmeline Vildery for About.com, and today we're going to learn how to sew a tote bag. What you'll need for this project is 1 rectangle of fabric 40 inches by 16 inches and 2 rectangles of fabric 32 inches by 6 inches. Taking our larger piece, or our 40 inch by 16 inch piece, and folding it in half, right sides together. We're going to start the project at the ironing board. So turn your iron on to high. If you have a steam iron, that's great. So we folded our rectangle down in half, and we're going to measure with our measuring tape 1 inch down from the top. We're going to fold that inch down and go over it with the steam iron, just like that. Using that initial side, we'll fold down again and press it again. We'll repeat that step on the other side. We've folded down the hems for the top part of our bag. We'll unfold them. We have our crease marked, and we're going to pin the sides of our bag. Once our side is pinned, we're ready to settle down at the sewing machine. With the 1/2 inch seam allowance, sew a straight stitch all the way down to the bottom, remembering to backstitch at the top and the bottom. Do this on both sides. So now that we've sewn the sides of the bag down with a straight stitch, it's time to zigzag that edge. You'd like to close up edges so that the fabric doesn't fray. We'll fold down the sides at the ironed edge, which will make it much easier for us to sew the hem down for the top part of our bag. And remember to change your stitch type back to the straight stitch. Great, we have the bottom piece of our bag. The next step, iron down our strap rectangles. Fold it in half, and with our steam iron, just steam down that center. We're marking the center point of our piece. We're going to unfold it. We're going to fold it back down towards the center. And fold the top down towards the center. We'll want to measure out 1/2 inch here on the edge to tuck in the sides of our strap. And you'll basically just want to fold all those edges back in. So starting with the short end, you'll want to line yourself up with the 1/8 inch seam allowance and then sew all the way around. So now that we've sewn our straps, it's time to fix the straps to the body of the bag. We're going to line the outer edge of the strap, the 2.5 inch mark, and then 1.5 inches from the top. So remembering to backstitch, we're going to box stitch this strap on at 1/4 inch away from the edge of the hem of the bag. Lift the presser foot up, rotate it, and bring it back down. There we have our nice box stitch. And here you have your finished tote bag. Thanks for watching. To learn more, visit us on the web at About.com.
Take your canvas bags when you go to the supermarket. Why use plastic bags when you know the world can't take it? Take your canvas bags when you go to the supermarket, market. Don't you use those plastic ones, no. Don't you know that you'll feel better for it? Take Take your canvas bags, take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket. Take your canvas bags, take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket.
Take your canvas bags, take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket.
Break it down. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket. All the ladies in the house, come on and let me hear you say canvas. Canvas. All the fellas in the house, come on and let me hear you say bags. Bags. Yeah. Take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket. Just think about the world and how the world would be fantastic if we could get rid of all the plastic. We just need to get enthusiastic. Organise a competition, gymnastic, or a bag making comp at your school. Fuck it, make it interscholastic. Canvas is for everyone, whether you be rebellious and iconoclastic, or conservative, or ecclesiastic. I don't care if you're loud and bombastic, or quiet, or virtually monastic, sober, or on the floor spastic. A yoga master